Okay, looking at the activity for today, if I'm looking at question 1, what is wrong with the experiment? So if I look at this experiment for Mr. Wilcox, we don't know how much his beard would have grown with no oil. Therefore, there's no control. Also, he only tested for 1 month. So what could we do to improve this? Well, measured beard growth for a month without oil, right, the control group, or also measure beard growth for several months. This gives us that replication. If I'm looking at the second question, talking about the track coach, what is wrong with this experiment? Well, this is an observational study. It's not actually an experiment. Athletes got to choose which treatment. So there's no random selection. Right? Meaning it's an observational study, not an experiment. However, if we wanted to make an experiment, right, for 120 athletes, we'd enable 1 through 20, use our random number generator, generate 60 unique numbers, and those corresponding athletes will do the strength workout, and the remaining athletes will do the relaxed workouts. The benefit, of course, of using random assignments is we can determine if the strength workout actually works. So we can show cause or causation, right? Not just correlated. Okay. Question 3, it's talking about the smart pills to improve grades, right? So a smart pill or a sugar pill. When we think about a sugar pill, that's just a placebo, right? In terms of what's wrong with this study, however, the students knew which treatment they were getting. This means they're more likely to believe in the power of that treatment. In terms of improving it, we could have no labels. We could give a single blind so the students don't know, or a double blind, the teacher doesn't even know until after the fact. Okay. If I'm looking for that understanding, the importance of a control group is always, it gives us that baseline data so we can have something to compare to. Again, looking at B with the 1,200 cows, we're talking about 3 different treatments, right? So we would label the cows 1 to 1,200, and we would use a random number generator to get 400 numbers, assign the corresponding cows to get the eyes, repeat for the cows who get crosses, and then all the remaining get no marks. Again, the purpose of randomly assigning treatments is it shows cause, right? And this little outline that we have here, the 1,200 cows go through a random assignment process. They're put in 3 groups. These are what's happening, or the treatment for each 3 groups. And then we're comparing results. Perfect. Well, at this point, if you just want to move on to the homework for 4.6, thank you.